The Pacific Northwest Conference of the United Methodist Church has been in a relationship with the conference in the South Congo since the year 2000. This year, in April 2017, a team of 7 traveled to be with the children for a full week of Bible stories, singing, art lessons, computer lessons, and storytelling. I've been to the orphanages before, but this time our intention was different. This was the first time we've planned the week to intentionally spend the time with the children and young adults from the orphanages. The week of our Bible school, which culminated in a show day, was a super fun event during their spring break, and we got to spend enough time with the kids to get to know them better as individuals. My hope is that the Pacific Northwest Conference could do this every year so that collectively we develop this connectional ministry.
Having heard about connectional ministries like Jamaa Letu over the years in my church, I was excited to finally get on the ground, see the places, and meet the people that I had heard so much about over the last few years. Something that has always been emphasized is how important relationship building is to the partnership between our conferences. When we finally arrived in the DRC, the importance of these long-term relationships became immediately apparent. From the moment we arrived to the moment we left, we received constant and invaluable help from the people our conference has been working with for so many years. Things like playing basketball with kids or bringing Seahawks gear for a missionary that's a big fan may seem like distraction from the work we are here to do, but by remembering that churches are made up of people and valuing the relationships between those people, we create enormous potential for work that can only be done through our partnership and that cannot be achieved any other way.
During the last few years, I've heard many stories about the Pacific Northwest connectional ministries in the Congo. For this trip, my husband John and I had the project to work with the kids at Jamaa Letu on their computer skills. Each of the 2 orphanages has 5 laptops that the kids can use. And during this trip, we wanted to share some new equipment and skills with them, including new digital cameras and new math and science reference material. We put together a curriculum for the week, but I didn't really know what to expect. As I think back on the trip, the word that I keep thinking of is potential. Those kids have so much potential and are so excited to learn new things. And not only was it exciting to see what the kids who are currently at the orphanages are doing, but we also had an opportunity to meet the young adults who have left Jamaa Letu and gone on to succeed at university. It was so moving to see how the Jamaa Letu Connectional Ministry provides a way for kids to work toward their potential. I would go back and do it again in a heartbeat.
As a friend of Bumsy, I've been aware of the orphanages at Jamaa Letu for a number of years, so when the chance came for us to go, my wife and Bryn and I jumped at the chance. Our specific role was to work with the kids on their computer skills. We helped upgrade the PC labs in each orphanage with digital cameras, Microsoft Office, and a local web server with educational content. That week, we taught the kids the basics of digital photography, how to use apps like Microsoft Office, and how to learn math and science using Wikipedia and online courses. It was an amazing personal experience that's hard to capture adequately in words, but my lasting takeaway is the optimism and faith of the Congolese people, and especially the orphans, in the face of very challenging circumstances. I saw this in nearly everyone I met, from our translator who plans to start his own school for English, to a young girl who wrote equations from an online math class on her hand with a Sharpie, to the older boys who came together as young men to write and deliver a moving musical performance that I'm sure no one in attendance will ever forget. Months later, I think of the orphans nearly every day, and I look forward to returning soon.
So I think it was the second day while we were there, and we were in a faraway place, and I left my 1-year-old baby at home, and I was missing him so much. And I told my mom that through text message, and she sent me a message back saying, give all of the love that you would give to Asher to the people you encounter there. That's just such a beautiful picture, and I think it'll forever be etched into my mind as an example of how I can love. When we were doing art exercises with the kids, they were painting their stories and sculpting their dreams, and it was clear that they loved the mamas at the orphanage so much and how much they were sacrificing for them. And these kids, they've been rejected. They've been in places where they hadn't received love, and for them to really know that love from the mamas at the orphanage, it was so powerful for me to see, like, how am I being a parent and how am I showing God's love as a good parent to the people I encounter, especially to those kids or to those people who the world tells you shouldn't exist, right? Or like it's hard for them to survive. How can I be a loving parent and love them like I love my own son in a really deep and authentic way?
It was really amazing to spend time not only with those from the Pacific Northwest who traveled to Jamaa Letu and Lubumbashi and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but also to meet others who are living in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, doing amazing work, sharing Christ's love.
The Hope for the Children of Africa Task Force is really engaged in trying to foster our connection with our Pacific Northwest Conference and the South Congo Conference, as well as the Jamaa Letu orphanages. And we're delighted when folks like the team from Bothell decide to go on a mission trip and see the kids and interact with the children. It's a wonderful opportunity for them to see what we've been doing over the past decade here in the Congo. And it's also an opportunity for the kids to really get to know some of the people from the Pacific Northwest Conference. It's not something that everybody can do. It is challenging because it's pretty expensive to go to the Congo. And so we're grateful when folks take that opportunity. But there are other ways to support the orphans as well. We have opportunities for sponsorships of the orphans that help cover their daily costs, such as food and housing and medical, as well as educational opportunities, educational scholarships, because after the orphans graduate from high school, they go on to the university. And currently we have over 18 students that are part of the university. But these are wonderful ways in which we can maintain our connection and foster our connection with the Jamaa Letu orphanages. And if you want some more information, feel free to check out the website at pnwumc.org/HFCA, Hope for the Children of Africa. Hope you check it out and hope you support. Thanks.
We